Good morning. It's another cold, windy morning here in Brisbane. It was 8 degrees when I got up this morning. It's now about 12 or 13 degrees. Got the heater on again in here today. Gotta warm myself up in this cold wooden house. How are you guys feeling today? Is it winter where you are, or is it summer where you are on the other side of the planet? Today we're doing a sun salutations flow. We're going to be constantly moving, warming up the body. We'll be doing a full body exercise. All the little bits and pieces in our legs, our abs, our back, our arms, our chest. We're working everything today. Good morning to David. Good morning, Shelley. Let me know who else is here and we'll get started in a few moments. I've already settled in with my essential oils today. I haven't got my yoga collection. Instead, I've used Balance on the soles of my feet, which is a grounding blend, and the beautiful rose, the goddess of all oils, the queen herself. I rubbed this rose on my solar plexus and my heart space. Just getting myself centered in and checked in before I start. These are the beautiful oils I chose for today. Love them. So, let's just begin seated today. However feels most comfortable for you. You can be cross-legged, you can take a half lotus, a full lotus, you can have your legs out in front of you. Whatever feels good. And if you're feeling a little bit high and energetic and just a bit out of your grounding today, I want you to place your hands onto your knees. And if you're feeling like you are a little bit lower today and you want to be lifted up in spirits, I'd like you to turn your palms up and be open to receive. So if you're wanting to ground down, palms onto your legs. If you're wanting to enlighten and be lifted up, palms up to the sky. Just close down your eyes. We're going to take a few deep breaths here, setting an intention for our practice today. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. Maybe starting with an ujjayi breath, the ocean breath. It's a light constriction of our throat so that your breathing is now vocal. We can hear it. Just a gentle constriction around your throat muscles for our ujjayi breath. Dropping in and setting our intention for our practice today. One more breath here. Put a little smile on your face. Open up your eyes. And we're going to start with a seated sun salutation, slowly starting to warm us up today. So coming down into your child's pose. Arms down by your sides, palms up. Just massage your forehead on the ground a little bit, rocking side to side. On our inhale, we're coming up to thunderbolt pose, sitting tall. On our exhale, we're pushing up onto our knees. Inhale, arms up to the sky, take a slight back bend. Exhale, bringing your hands down to sit on your lower back, fingers facing down, and take a back bend. Letting your head fall back just gently. If this is too much for you now, just waking up in the morning, be gentle with yourself. You don't have to go all the way back. Exhale. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, tabletop position. Inhale, coming through into our push-up pose, our half plank, half push-up. Exhale, chaturanga, lowering down, elbows close to the body. Feet touching the earth. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back to tabletop. Take an inhale here. Exhale, back to puppy pose. Inhale, back to tabletop. Exhale, push back to your child's pose. We'll do that again. Take an inhale here. Thunderbolt pose. Exhale, up onto our knees. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, take your back bend. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, plank to chaturanga. Inhale, plant the feet, up dog or cobra. Exhale, push back, all fours, puppy pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Just rock back and forth. Nice little warm up there. I've got a creaky floorboard. Alright, slowly now making your way to the front of the mat. We'll be starting now with our standing sun salutation A and then B. So just gently bring yourself to the top of the mat. Getting ourselves ready, going through our checklist. Mula bandha engaged, belly button to spine, tailbone tucked under, neck long, shoulders away from ears. Try not to clench or tighten any of the muscles in your jaw or your face. Enjoying our movement today. Take an inhale, root to rise, arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length, your version, hands on your thighs, your shins, or your fingertips touching the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, release, forward fold. Hop, step or jump back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Elbows close to the body, hovering down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to just pedal it out. We're warming up our body now. Bending one leg and then the other, following our breath. Finding stillness, generous bend in the knees, looking forward in between your hands. Hop, step or jump back up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive now. Inhale, arms up to the sky, standing tall. Exhale, hand to heart. We'll do that flow again. Inhale, arms up to the sky, root to rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. Exhale, forward fold, plant your palms, hop, step or jump back to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga, nice and slow. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment again, pedaling it out. Moving however you want to this morning that feels good for you. Maybe doing a figure eight with your hips. Maybe finding stillness. Maybe trying to tilt your tailbone up to the sky. Making sure the weight is in all four corners of our feet and not in our wrists, but in our palms and our fingers. Bending generously in the knees, looking through to the hands, hop, step or jump back up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. One more flow of our sun salutation, A. Getting ourselves ready again. Inhale, root to rise, arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Planting your hands, hop, step or jump back to your plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, slowly. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find stillness now here in your downward facing dog. Going through our checklist here. Are we pushing our shoulders, externally rotating our shoulders out, pushing them down and in towards our spine? Spreading our back and our upper back nice and flat. Internally rotating here from our thighs, feeling our heels pushing back and our tailbone pushing up to the sky. Can you drop your belly a little bit closer to your thighs? Keeping everything nice and strong now. Generous bend through the knees, looking through the hands, hop, step or jump back to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive back up. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Give yourself a little shake out. We're going to start our sun salutation B. Warming up the body. Alright, so beginning now, big toes touching, heels fist width distance apart. Starting off in our chair. Take an inhale, find your chair pose. Tailbone tucked under. We don't want to be overarching in our lower back here and pushing our bottoms out, tucking that under. Belly button to spine, Mula Bandha engaged, or the deep core muscles. Arms up, drishti looking down to the ground. Now wiggle your fingers. If you cannot see your pinky fingers in your peripherals, drop your hands forward a little bit. Beautiful. So we're taking an inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, hop, step or jump back to your plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, exhale, down we go. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the left foot through, finding our high lunge. Lower yourself down, dropping your shoulders away from your ears. Take an inhale, slight back bend. Exhale, planting the palms either side of the foot, stepping back to our plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the right leg through this time. High lunge on the other side. Arms up, sink a little deeper. Are both of your hips facing the front? Are you feeling a little bit twisted here? Turn your hips, push that left hip forward, right hip is pulling back. Inhale, take a slight back bend. Exhale, down we go, stepping back to plank. Chaturanga dandasana, lowering down, reaching forward on your tippy toes, elbows into the body, down we go. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, either pedaling it out, stretching down the backs of your legs, or finding stillness. Noticing now maybe you're a little bit more warmed up. Are your heels closer to the earth? One more breath and generous bend in the knees, looking through the hands, hop, step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swooping our hands up, finding our chair pose, sinking a little bit deeper. Can you see your big toes in front of your knees? Can you wiggle your fingers? Where are your pinkies? Tailbone tucked under. One more inhale here. Exhale, coming up, hands to heart. Awesome. Let's do that again. Round two. big toes together, heels a little slightly apart, sinking down into our chair. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, planting your hands. Hop, step or jump back into your plank. Take an inhale, rocking back and forward. Rock forward until you can't rock forward anymore on your toes. Start to lower down from here. Elbows hugging to the body. Exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps through, coming up into our high lunge. Sink a little bit deeper. Take an inhale, back bend if it feels good for you. Exhale, planting the palms either side of the foot, step it back to our plank. Take an inhale, rocking back and forward. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, stepping that right foot through, finding your high lunge. Up we come, sink down. Exhale. Inhale, slight back bend. Exhale, planting the palms back for our chaturanga. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Meeting in downward facing dog on the exhale. Take a moment. Feeling good, feeling warm. Moving the body. Bending the knees now, looking through, hop, step or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swooping back up to our chair. Sink a little bit lower. Exhale, hands to heart, up we come. Beautiful, we've got Fiona joining us now as well. Good morning, I bet it's cold where you are too, Fifi. Our last round, give yourself a little shake. One more round of sun salutation B. Here we go. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, down we come. Plant your palms, hop, step or jump back to your plank. Inhale, back we go and forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot through, high lunge, sinking deep. Make sure that your knee is above your ankle. You don't want to be in front or behind. Trying to create a beautiful right angle here. Shoulders away from ears. Take an inhale, take a back bend. Exhale, plant your palms on either side of that foot. Back to your plank. Take your vinyasa. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, meeting in downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, right foot steps through. Up we go, sinking deep, checking your legs. Is your knee above your ankle? Inhale, take a back bend. Exhale, plant the palms, take your flow. Lowering down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Bending the knees, hop, step or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Your version. Exhale, forward fold. Swooping our hands up now. Inhale into our chair. Exhale, hands to heart. Sweet! Give yourself a shaker. If it's anything like it is in my room now, I'm going to turn my air conditioner down a bit. It was on 30 degrees. I'm definitely warm now. So give yourself a little shake off. You like this music? It's pretty funky to do yoga to this kind of music. I love it. Alright. Maybe rolling out through your wrists if that was a little bit more than you've done for a while with your wrists, maybe your ankles. Maybe that was a bit too many back bends. Just give yourself a gentle little movement. Listen to your body today, checking in with how you feel in any given moment. And you don't need to follow exactly what I do. If there's something else that you'd rather be doing, a pose that you know feels a lot nicer for your body, do it. Listen to your body and give it what it needs today. All right, coming back into our chair, toes together, heels apart, do your checklist. Bottoms tucked under, belly button to spine, Mula engaged, sinking down. Inhale into our chair. Seeing if we can come up now onto our toes, everything engaged. Try not to grip in our jaw and our face. Lift up onto your toes. Continuing to breathe. Take an inhale. Exhale, lowering down, hands to heart. We're taking a side twist to the left, bringing the outside of the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, and twisting up, looking up to the sky. Checking in here that your knees haven't gone out of balance, making sure that your toes and your knees are continuously facing the front, and as you twist, try not to let your body twist with it. Just from your upper body and your hips, twist around. Have a little look, put yourself back into place. Now see if we can open up to the side here. Using the back of that right arm to push our right shoulder forward and left shoulder back. Opening up. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands down to the ground, stepping that left foot back, lowering your knee into our low lunge. Opening now up to the left-hand side again. Seeing that we're not twisting our body, we're focusing on keeping all of this to the front, knees, hips, just twisting through our upper body. Now bringing that right hand down to the inside of that right leg and finding an open twist to the left again. We're doing our open twists today. It's not normal, we're used to going across the other side. So this feels a little bit odd, but give it a go. Just finding the alignment with our body. Open up here, inhale. Exhale, coming back up. Taking that left hand down the back of that left leg. Right hand reaching up and over. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, plant your palms. Tuck under those left toes. Come up into a high lunge. We're going to push ourselves up off the ground here into our warrior three. So keeping everything engaged, strong through that right leg. Let's push up. Up we come. Very good, keeping everything engaged, finding your drishti, looking down to the ground, making sure our hips aren't open here, but completely in alignment. Micro bend in that right leg, find our warrior three. One more inhale here. Exhale, high lunge, step that foot back, sinking low. Now gripping your fists behind your back, interlace your fingers, pushing out and away from the body. Trying to get your wrists to touch and lifting your hands away from your bottom, opening up through the chest. Exhale, coming forward, trying to drop your right shoulder down onto the inside of your right leg. Letting your head drop down. Inhale, coming back up. And stepping to the front of your mat. Hands to heart. It's definitely getting warm in here now. Take a moment here to just shake out your legs. We'll do that again on the other side. So prepping ourselves now for our chair pose. Got Andy watching as well. Beautiful. Toes together, heels apart. Do our little checklist. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, core engaged, find your drishti on the floor. Come up onto your toes. See if you can hover here, pushing away from your body, away from the earth, knees clenching tight together. One more inhale, and exhale, lowering down to chair, hands to heart. Find your twist now to the right. The outside of the left elbow, coming to the outside of the right knee. Turn yourself around and up to look up at the sky. Maybe check back and see if your knees or your hips have twisted, making sure they're all facing the front. Take an inhale here. Exhale, opening up the arms, finding our open twist to the right. Pushing that left shoulder through, right shoulder back. If it's too much for your head to look up to the sky, then just look down to the ground. We're not hurting ourselves today, staying nice and calm. Inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, stepping the right leg back, lower that knee. We're just finding our low lunge here. Taking an inhale, coming up and opening up to the right hand side. Trying not to twist our whole body with our upper body. Push that right hip forward, left hip back. Knee directly in line with our big toe. Just open up through the upper body. Beautiful. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, left hand down to the inside of the left foot. Find our open twist to the right. Inhale. Exhale, coming back up. That right hand stays back onto the thigh of the right leg. And find our backwards twist. One more inhale here. Exhale, plant your palms. Tuck your right toes under, push back into your high lunge. Get yourself ready. We're going to jump ourselves up into our warrior three on the left. Take an inhale, find your drishti, and push ourselves up. Making sure that our hips are flat here. Micro bend in that left leg. One more breath. Exhale, step it back to your high lunge, arms up to the sky. Sink a little deeper. Bring your hands to clasp behind your back, whichever finger you had on top before, which was probably the natural way you do it. Go the unnatural way this time. It may feel a little bit weird. Wrists pushing together, arms shooting out behind your body. Lean back. Inhale. Exhale, come on through. Left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Let your head drop down. Inhale, coming back up. And stepping to the front, hands to heart. Give yourself a little shake out. Something that we practice in yoga, and it's an ancient ethical standard when it comes to yoga practice. It's called ahimsa, and it means non-harming and non-violence. And what this means is a non-judgment also, but not to yourself and to your peers. So there's no judging on yourself today. If this practice is feeling a little bit too strong for your body, or it's a little bit too intense, that's okay. We may have been really strong in our practice yesterday, and we may be really strong in our practice tomorrow. Today, our bodies might not be feeling as strong as we might want them to, but we don't judge that. We accept it, we acknowledge it, and we just allow it to be what it is. And that's the beauty of yoga, you know? You don't strive for perfection. You strive to feed your soul and your body with movement and what feels good. There's a little mid-yoga rant. All right, let's kick it off again. Get ready for your chair pose. Toes together, heels apart. Here we go, sinking deep. Inhale, dropping down. Exhale, up onto your toes. Balance here, core engaged, belly button to spine, tailbone tucked under. Exhale, forward fold. Allow yourself to hang for just a moment. Relaxing the whole upper body. You can swing side to side, maybe bend one leg and then the other. Inhale, sweeping the arms back up to chair pose, sinking deep. Exhale, hands to heart. Now we're taking ourselves into a half chair pose here. So right leg lifts up and the outside of your ankle will sit on top of that left knee. Finding your half chair. Allowing a beautiful bend in that left leg, holding you strong. Find a drishti, find a focal point, something that's not going to move and is going to help you stay connected and balanced. From here, I'm going to offer a twist in our half chair pose. Try this if you want to. If this is enough for you, keep balancing. We're going to take our right elbow to the outside of our right foot, hook it into the arch of that foot, and push away. Find your twist in your half chair pose. If you want to keep trying and advancing your balance, see if you can twist and look up to the sky. Woo! If that's a bit too much, keep your gaze just to the side of the room. It's so much harder to do this when I'm talking. All right, let's find our twist. Keep your face muscles relaxed, core engaged. Bring yourself back. Step that right foot back into your high lunge. I'm wobbly today. Here we go, lowering down. Opening up now across that front leg. Keeping your hips to the front. Left hip pushing forward, right hip pushing back to counteract this twist. Inhale. Exhale, lowering that hand down to right hand to the ground, finding our reverse twist over that left leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, pushing yourself back up. Left hand reaches back to touch the inside of the right leg. Right hand up and over and sink deep. Inhale. Exhale, pushing back off that right leg into our warrior three. Are your hips level? If you've got a bend in that left leg, inhale. Exhale, right foot steps back into our high lunge. Oh my goodness. I'm wobbly today, people. This is what I mean. Enjoy it. There's no judgment. Laugh at yourself. Learn to laugh at yourself. Don't take this too seriously. Doesn't matter if you're falling all over the place, your body is still loving you for giving it this movement. Sink on back. Grip your hands behind your back, pushing away from your body, opening through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, letting our body come forward. Our belly's touching that left thigh. Arms up and over. Inhale, back up we come. Exhale, pushing up to the front of the mat, hands to heart. Give yourself a shake off. I'm feeling that my hemis and my glutes are all wobbly and tired today. Could have been from all the dancing I did yesterday. All right, let's do it again on the other side. Setting yourself up for chair pose. Toes together. Inhale, dropping down. Exhale, up onto our toes. Belly button to spine, don't grip in the jaw. Exhale, forward fold. Give yourself a moment to just bend it out here. Pedal your feet, pedal your legs, shake your head. Relax the upper body, sway side to side. Inhale, swooping up back to our chair, sinking deep. Exhale, hands to heart. This time taking our half chair, left leg bending, placing the outside of the left ankle on top of the right knee, sinking deep. If this is enough for you, stay here, go through your checklist. Is everything engaged? Have you got a drishti? Are you relaxed in the face muscles? If you want more, find your twist. The outside of the left elbow coming to sit in the arch of the left foot and twisting over to the right. Find your drishti on that side wall. If you're wanting to try your balance a bit more, twist yourself up to the sky. Take your gaze up to the ceiling. Take one inhale here. Woo! Exhale, stepping that left foot back into a high lunge. Sinking deep. Take an inhale here. Exhale, opening up to the right. Pushing that right hip forward, left hip back to counteract that twist. Our bodies are going different ways. The upper body is going to the right, lower body is kind of turning to the left. It's going to keep you centered. Take an inhale here. Exhale, left hand comes down to the inside of the right foot. Open twist to the right. Pushing your left heel back, making sure that your right knee is above the right ankle. Gaze up to the ceiling if that feels good. Inhale. Exhale, pushing ourselves back up. Right hand touches the inside of your left thigh, and we're reaching back and over. Take one breath here. On the exhale, we're pushing ourselves through to our warrior three. Left leg lifts, right leg slightly bent, looking down to the ground. Are your hips level? One more inhale. Ooh. Exhale, stepping back into your high lunge once again. Bringing our hands down to bind behind our back. Other finger on top this time. Pushing away. Open up through the chest, gaze to the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, bringing our body down. Right shoulder to the inside of the right leg. Sinking deep. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, bringing ourselves to the front of the mat, hands to heart, feet together. Give yourself a little shake. Well done. David's watching now as well. Good job. All right, coming on to facing the long ways of our mat. Taking your feet out wide. Now we don't want our feet to be parallel. We'd like our toes to be slightly turned in. Trying not to lock out in our legs, but always keeping a micro bend. Take your hands to your hips. We're just going to set ourselves up to go into a forward fold here. So lowering from our hips, making sure that our belly button's tucked in and we're not arching out through our lower back. Keeping everything tucked under. Slowly rotating now from the hips. And then stopping when you are halfway in a flat back position. Remember, don't lock out in the knees. Slight bend here. Keep your focal point directly on the ground below your face. If you're wanting a little bit more, release your hands from your hips and hold them out to the side. We're now working all of the muscles in our back and our core. If you're wanting even more, take your hands out in front of you. You should still be able to see your pinkies and your peripherals. Take one more inhale, holding here, and exhale, release. Just finding your forward fold, taking any movements that feel good for you here. If you want to rock side to side, if you want to pull yourself through with your hands. Just hanging down here for a moment, letting all the blood rush to your head. We're going to plant our palms just below our face. Take an inhale, straighten our arms. We're coming into a flat back. We're just letting the blood rush out of our head now, back into our body. Bringing that left hand into the center underneath your face, opening up to the right hand side. Now when we do this, it might be easy to let our hips and our weight kind of turn and go into that right leg. We don't want to do that at all. We want to keep both of our hips parallel facing the earth. We are just twisting our upper body. So maybe go slowly. Focus on what happens as you open up. What happens to your hips. Keep them pushing down into the ground. And you'll find that maybe you can't twist. See that I can twist all the way open when I let my hips go. But if I bring them back and keep them completely leveled and centered, then I haven't got that range of movement. And that's fine. These are the nuances of what we're doing here. Exhale now, swapping over. Right hand into the ground, left hand up to the sky. See what happens. Do you let your hips go? Allow them to stay centered. And see if you can open up. Feel the difference. Let your hip go. Open up. Bring it back to center. Just playing around with our movements here. Exhale, let the hands drop down. Allow your body to fall through. Maybe grip the back of your ankles or the outsides of your ankles. Just pull yourself down. Find your stretch, your forward fold. One more inhale, plant your palms, flat back position. We're going to bend heavily through the left leg, opening up the right foot onto our heel, finding our Kung Fu lunge on the left. So you can aim to get your heel onto the ground here. If that's just not even possible for you today, don't worry about it. Sometimes I can do it and sometimes I can't. If If it's not all right for you, come up onto your toe. You will still feel this beautiful stretch down the inside of your right leg as long as your right toes are lifted and flexed and pulling back towards your body. We're stretching the deep adductor muscles on the inside of that leg. So finding your version of your Kung Fu pose today. If you're trying to balance and you want to release with your hands, go ahead, give it a go. If you want to take a bind today, optional of course, left hand swoops down and underneath that left knee. Placing the back of your hand onto the outside of your hip. Your right hand swoops over and you can link your fingers. Beautiful. Release your bind if you're there. Plant your palms. Push yourself back into your forward fold. And here we go. So toes slightly turned in. Just find your forward fold again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bending heavily through the right leg now, opening up to the right. Left leg. Toes are now facing the ceiling. Flexing through that foot, trying to bring your toes as far back to as close to your body as you can. So seeing if you can sink down on the right hand side now into your Kung Fu lunge. It's gonna feel different. It feels totally different to me on this side. I don't feel as open at the moment in this leg. Stretching the inside of the left leg this time. You can have your heel up. Whatever feels good for your body. Try, if you're testing your balance, let go with your hands. Releasing. If you're wanting to take it a little bit extra and you're wanting to try your bind, release that right hand, twist it around the outside of that right leg so your back of your palm is sitting on your right hip. Left hand reaches back and around and you link those fingers. If you want to try this but you're lifting your heel off the ground, don't worry, you're just trying things today. Just flowing through, seeing what's good, seeing what you can and cannot do at any given moment. If you want to try and twist open to the left, go ahead as well. We're just playing. It's all just play. It's all good for your body. Alright, if you're in your bind, release, palms onto the earth, push yourself back up into your forward fold, toes slightly turned in, and let yourself hang down. Well done. Planting your palms, inhale, pushing up halfway. I want you to just heel toe yourself in, and so I want your feet to be just a little bit wider than hip width distance. Toes turned out on a 45-degree angle this time, and we're going to slowly sink ourselves down into our garland pose or our yogic squat. So you might want to just take a moment to rock side to side, maybe come up onto your toes, just moving through your body, opening up your hips here if you're not feeling completely warmed up yet. If you are finding it hard to get your heels onto the ground, you can bring in some blocks and maybe prop up your heels or put some cushions under there. Keeping our arms on the inside of our legs now, palms together at our chest. Using our arms to push away with our knees, opening up through our hips. Sinking your bottom down to the earth and trying to sit tall. If this is too much and you want to leave your hands on the ground in front of you, by all means go ahead. Listening to our bodies. See if you can close down your eyes wherever you are right now in your personal yogic squat and just take a few breaths. Relaxing the muscles in your face and your jaw and your chest. Are you maybe gripping in the hips? Are you gripping in the toes? The thighs, the calves? See if you can just let that go. One more breath here. And exhale, bringing our hands behind our bodies. Just allowing ourselves to gently lower down onto our bottoms. And now swing yourself around so you're facing long ways on your mat again. Shoot your legs out to the front. Just give them a little shake. We're going to flex our feet Pulling your toes back as close as they can get to your body. Bringing your hands behind you, fingers facing the front still. And now push up and away with your chest. Flexing your feet, opening through the chest here. Just stretching. Feeling your chest and the front of your shoulders opening up. Make sure that your ears are not hunching up. Your shoulders are not hunching up to meet your ears, but keeping your neck long, chest open. And exhale, sitting back up. Bending through the knees, feet planted on the earth. I just want you to walk your feet out just as wide as your mat. Maybe your pinky toes will splay over the edge of your yoga mat. Bring your hands back behind you. You can have your fingers facing towards you if that's comfortable, or facing away if that's more comfortable. And we're just going to let our legs fall to the right. Just a gentle windscreen wiper here. And back up and to the left. Just allowing a little bit of massage on our glutes here as well as we rock side to side. Just releasing any tension in our hips. Just a few more like that. Remembering to breathe deeply. Slowing down a little bit now for our practice. Soles of the feet together now to our butterfly pose. So you might want to move the fleshy parts of your thighs and your bottom here so that you can feel your sits bones grounding you to the earth. Feet together, pulling your knees, your heels into your body. Externally rotating through the hips, allowing your knees to just fall, let gravity take them. Just sit tall. Take a breath here. And what we're going to do is we're going to bend from the elbows. And we're going to allow, if our knees are up here or down here, it doesn't matter. But what we're doing is getting our elbows to touch our legs and push away. So find wherever your legs are right now, give them a little bit of pressure with your arms, opening up a little bit more through the body, through the hips. And slowly start to sink your chest closer to your feet. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can sit up tall with a straight back, open chest, and you can try and take your gaze and your body up and over your legs, trying to keep your back as flat as you can. Your chest is coming forward like you've got a rope tied to your chest and someone is pulling you up and over. This is a completely different stretch. Flat back, open hips, chest coming down. That's good for people who are quite naturally turned out in the hips like myself. That's where you can feel more of a deeper stretch. If this is a really intense stretch for you and your knees are here and you're already quite feeling it, then just, you can just hunch over, allowing a concave in your belly and your chest. Allow your shoulders and your head and your neck to just fall. And just feel the difference in the stretch when you just allow yourself to hang over rather than being pulled up and over. So just find what feels good in your body today, whichever stretch you want to take. See if you can hold it for a few deep breaths. Now trying not to tense anywhere in our body, allowing our breath to be slow and deep. The more oxygen we give ourselves when we're in a deep stretch, the more oxygen that reaches the muscles and allows them to relax and release. So holding whichever forward fold feels best for your butterfly today. One more deep breath here. And wherever you are, plant your palms on the ground in front of you and just very, very slowly and gently push yourself back up to a seated position. Shoot your legs out in front of you once more. Give them a little shake. Be nice and gentle. That can be a really intense stretch for some. And now Now just lower yourself down onto your back, nice and slow. Engage your core. Maybe you want to try and see how slowly you can let yourself go. Feeling the shake once you get to that certain level where your body's like, oh, now we're feeling it. And then let yourself fall. Take a full body stretch here. Inhale. Give yourself a yawn. Exhale, knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Just releasing in the lower back. Now I'm going to open it up to you here. Take a twist of any kind. We just want to release our spine. We've done a lot of back bends in our sun salutations today and in our lunges. So whatever twist is going to feel the most beautiful and responsive to your spine today, you take that twist. You can take a supine twist, one leg straight, one leg bent. You can go to tabletop and just take a double leg. You can bring one leg over the other and maybe wrap yourself into your eagle legs and then take your twist. You can straighten one leg up to the sky and take your twist. Just find whatever feels best for you. And just relax into this twist, allowing your gaze to look out and over the arm that is opposite to your twist. I'm not sure which way you started. One more breath here. Exhale, both legs back up, knees into the chest, rock side to side. And take whichever twist you were just doing over to the other side. Try to keep both of our shoulders connected to the earth. Gaze over the opposite hand. And relaxing, trying not to clench anywhere in the body. Just allowing this twist to do what it wants to do and to take you deeper and deeper. Releasing in the lower back and the opening up in the chest. One more inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back up. Hug your knees in once more. Maybe lift your head up. See if you can curl yourself into the tiniest little ball you can. Can your nose go in between your knees? Hold it here. Inhale. And exhale. Let everything go. Falling open now into your Shavasana. So taking a moment to find your Shavasana here. If it's cold where you are, maybe you want to bring a blanket out or a cushion or put your jumper back on so your body stays nice and warm. So closing down your eyes. Allowing your breath to deepen and slow down. Let your legs fall out to the side, naturally splaying. Allow your hands to rest gently by your side and an organic and natural curl in your fingers. Maybe open up your teeth a little bit. Try not to clench your jaw. Allow your tongue to rest in your mouth. You may want to part your lips a little bit. But keeping your breath in and out through the nose. We're going to take 3 Slow, deep and mindful breaths to settle ourselves in after our practice. Inhale in through the nose. Hold it for a few seconds deep in your belly. And exhale through the mouth, letting it all go. Inhale in again through the nose. All the energy and the heat we've cultivated today on the mat. Hold that deep in your belly. Allow your belly to poke out. And exhale through the mouth, relaxing, melting into your yoga mat and into the floor and the earth beneath you. One more breath in. Hold it in your belly and exhale. So while we're here today in our last few minutes of practice, we're going to ask ourselves 3 questions. We're going to take some time to check in with ourselves and contemplate the answers of these questions. First question: what matters most to you today? So we can so easily get caught up in the momentum of the headlong rush of daily life and work and our to-do list. We find ourselves just putting one foot in front of the other. But I want to remind you that you only get to live this day once. So what matters most? Take a moment to think about that. Question 2. What would you like to let go of? Are you holding resentments, regrets, or grudges that no longer serve you? Certain things in life that we can allow to consume us. Things that we have no control over. There is no point dwelling on these things that we cannot change. Let it go. Allow yourself the happiness, the life you want to live every day. Letting go of what no longer serves you. Question 3. Who do you choose to be today? What are the values you choose to express and live today in the world? Be an example, a shining light of all of the goodness and the courage and the patience and the happiness and the love and the kindness that you want to see in the world. Be that example. Live that in your world. Who do you choose to be today? It is your choice. taking another 3 slow, deep and mindful breaths now. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Bringing our hands to prayer today together. My soul recognizes your soul. I honor the light, the love, the truth, the beauty, and the kindness within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no distance and no difference between us. We are united, we are the same, and we are one. Namaste. Thank you to everyone who came on and joined me in this class today. Also, thank you for anyone who does this replay at any time in the future. Much love to you all. I hope you have a beautiful, happy day, and take all of this beautiful, kind energy that you've cultivated today on the mat with you and spread your beautiful smile. Namaste.